Unseld knocks it away and recovered by Monroe. Monroe to Unseld. Unseld looking for an open man. There's Monroe, not open. Robertson guarding him. The shot. Monroe 2 for 2.
Look at Monroe come back down the floor. He's actually limping. I guess the halftime really tightened that leg up, and he's going to have a minute or two before it loosens up.
Gus Johnson guarding Dandridge. It goes off to Robertson into Alcindor. Johnson knocks it away, and there goes Gus. 6 straight points, and now the Bullets are within only 7. And with timeout here in the third quarter at Civic Center, Baltimore. Milwaukee's lead has been cut to 7. It is 60 to 53. All right, we're looking at the Baltimore bench, and they have scored 6 straight points, stealing the ball twice. And it's what Oscar Robertson said at halftime. They're just trying to keep the ball away from the Bullets. So, the 13-point lead at halftime in less than a minute has been cut to 7 by the Baltimore Bullets, who must win or it's all over. 11:02 to go, third quarter. Milwaukee with the ball. Robertson 1 to 14 McLaughlin. Pair of fine backcourt men. Marin guarding Robertson. Johnson guarding Dandridge. A loop into Lou Alcindor. Gives it back to Robertson. Robertson around Johnson. Johnson. The shot comes off. Dandridge gets the rebound. So it's the first field goal for Milwaukee. 62-53 here in the third quarter. Monroe. Ooh, in and out. Greg Smith comes off the rebound. Ian Dandridge to the forwards for Milwaukee. There's Dandridge. Unseld tries to control it. Has it. It comes to Monroe. Monroe down. Let's see if he gets up. Oscar gets it. Gives it to Dandridge. No good. Coming down to the ball is Greg Smith of Milwaukee. Hooks it back out to McLaughlin. McLaughlin to Dandridge. And Oscar Robertson. 62-53. McLaughlin. Ooh. 4 straight points by the Bucks. 10 minutes to go, third quarter. Carter, number 3. Driving on McLaughlin. Trying to get around Alcindor. Can't. Lou gets the rebound. Robertson. An assist to Greg Smith, a man with peripheral vision. Unbelievable. And with 9 minutes and 44 seconds left in the third quarter here at Civic Center in Baltimore, the score, the Bucks 66, the Bullets 53.
Here's that fast break run by Oscar Robertson. Watch how he slows up, allowing the forwards to get down. Then he hits Greg Smith with a blind pass. He was looking the other way, clearing the way for Greg Smith. You just saw the master at his craft, Oscar Robertson on a fast break. And while we were out at that commercial, Earl Monroe left the floor with Skip Feldman, the Baltimore trainer. So Earl Monroe is in the locker room.
And his replacement is Kevin Lockery, number 22. Jack Marin, 24, guarded by Smith. Marin still not finding the range. Alcindor on an easy rebound to Robertson. Marin is 3 for 12 as Dandridge now gets it back outside to Robertson. A long pass to McLaughlin, the shooter. 68-53. And just like that, after the Bullets have come within 7, Milwaukee's back out there by 15. Still 15, and Marin and Alcindor come down together.
Then he ruled that a loose ball foul. Oscar arguing that Lou Alcindor had possession, but it is a loose ball foul. Milwaukee gets it out of bounds.
Coming up to the 9-minute mark of the third quarter, 68-53. Robertson, number 1, kicked away by Marin. Marin talking to his coach, Gene Shue, as the ball goes into Alcindor. Robertson. 23 points for the Big O, 70-53. Kevin Lockery to Gus Johnson. Unseld. Trying to find an open man. Carter. Very good. 70-55. Carter with 16 points.
You notice how much further out Unseld has to come to make that pick effective and that playmaking effective. He's out about 5 feet more than he normally would be.
Alcindor to Dandridge. Dandridge, one of the young stars in the NBA, making it 72-55. Kevin Lockery. Gus Johnson. Unseld. From way out again, Fred Carter. 72-57. Carter back in defense against Greg Smith. Into Alcindor. McLaughlin traveling. Carter, number 3, has taken 13 shots. He's made 9. So, Jack, it'd be a good idea to get the ball to Carter, wouldn't it?
Well, you can bet that's what they'll be looking for. Any team in this league likes to go to the man with a hot hand, and Carter has the hot hand.
Carter. Another one. 20 points for Fred Carter, 72-59. Greg Smith, Oscar Robertson shouting instructions, moving his team the width of the attacking zone. Alcindor back to Robertson, knocked out by Marin, but last touch by Smith. Lockery bringing it up. A set play now. Clenched fist. Greg Smith, number 4, holding on the play. That's his third.
That's the first time West has put the ball on the floor and tried to drive on Alcindor, and had not Greg Smith grabbed him, it would have been interesting to see how Alcindor would have defensed him.
8 points for Unseld, 16 rebounds. 72-61. Now it's Dandridge trying for an interception was Gus Johnson. Dandridge over Alcindor. Good. Unseld quickly to Carter. Carter to Marin. Marin tries. Good. 74-63. 6:28 to go in the third quarter. Robertson around Johnson. Unseld has it. Long. Stolen by McLaughlin. Unseld to Carter. Gus Johnson trying for the rebound. Carter battling for it along with Dandridge. And a foul on Carter.
Actually, Mendy Rudolph ruled that Freddie Carter dove, instead of diving for the ball, he dove at the man, and you're not allowed to do that. And it was a foul on Freddie Carter.
Monroe is just coming out of the dressing room now for Baltimore, headed toward the Baltimore bench. John McLaughlin for Milwaukee gives to Dandridge. Alcindor. Impossible to stop. He's like a quick bulldozer.
You know, it may sound silly the way Alcindor is playing, but Unseld is doing a good job on him in there. It's just that he has so much mobility that he's not being intimidated by the muscling.
Marin was fouled on that 25-foot shot. John Tresvant replaces a very tired Gus Johnson. In pain, exhausted from 18 playoff games, although he missed some, on 2 bad knees, and there he gets a rest.
You know, you talk about the number of games these teams have played. Baltimore has played 112 games, counting exhibition, Chris, and Milwaukee has played 106 before tonight. That's a whole college career.
And, you know, it's just not the playing, but all the traveling and all the sleeping away from home. They get my vote for tremendous athletes. Oscar Robertson finding the range from 25, making it 78-64 in his usual calm, poised manner. Just letting the opposition know that he's tough. 9 of 11 from the field for Oscar. John Tresvant getting the rebound. Unseld good positioning on it. Kevin Lockery. Carter, he's dying to get another shot. Hottest thing for Baltimore, trying to get around Robertson. Gives to Marin, and Marin, a bad shot. Alcindor to Robertson.
The clock was just running out on that one. That was a tough shot by Marin. He just tried to get it up there.
There you are again. 7 feet 5, no doubt. $18 points, Alcindor. Here's Jack Marin. Marin around an Unseld screen. Robertson and the Bucks can fast break. Greg Smith. 82-64. Monroe and Johnson will be coming in. Lockery with a field goal, 82-66. Greg Smith picks up his 4th foul, offensive foul, and in comes Monroe, number 10, at 25 Johnson, Unseld, number 41, getting a rest.
And you can see below Monroe's pair of pants there that the tape on his left leg. He has a pulled groin muscle in that leg, and apparently that's what he went in the locker room to have it retaped.
Boy, that has to smart. There's Tresvant now. And the former Los Angeles Laker gets his first field goal of the night with 3:27 to go in the 3rd quarter.
You know the way these players feel, Chris. Monroe, Gus said it before the game. He said, I've got 6 months to rest up. I've got to be in there.
There's another ABC angle, low camera from behind, giving you the idea of how Robertson moves in. Look at that. 27 points for Oscar. Coming up to the 3-minute mark of the 3rd quarter, 84-68. Johnson shot rebounded by Dandridge. Dandridge to the big O, to John McLaughlin, to Smith. Knocked away by Johnson. Foul call. Earl Monroe committed the foul.
Let's watch McLaughlin. He gives off to Greg Smith. Gus, number 25. Oh, Monroe caught it before there. Gus was up in the air, but the foul was on Earl Monroe on the play before.
The announcer said Monroe had 3 fouls. He has 4. Foul trouble. 2:47 to go, 3rd quarter. There's Monroe. 86-68. Johnson on the rebound. 86-70. Robertson working on Carter. Monroe. Beautiful assist for Kevin Lockery.
You know, John Murphy missed that foul. John McLaughlin went out and tried to make the foul on that pass, and he missed it, but the Bullets got the basket anyway.
John Tresvant fouling Oscar Robertson.
That is his second personal. Tresvant, 4-15.
Lucius Allen will come in for Robertson.
Let's see if we can see that play. Watch John McLaughlin now, number 14, come after Monroe. Right there, see? And Don Murphy was watching the ball, and Kevin went in for the layup, but McLaughlin intentionally tried to foul him.
Robertson from the foul line, 8 of 9. From the field, 10 of 13, 28 points. Lockery. Way over to Tresvant. 87-74. From Milwaukee, it's Alcindor, Greg Smith, John McLaughlin, Dandridge, and Robertson. Here's Alcindor. Back to Smith. Out of bounds at the baseline, so it'll be the Bullets taking over. Now number 7, Lucius Allen, will come in.
Lucius Allen for Oscar Robertson.
But before he'll get a chance to handle the ball, we have 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter here in Baltimore, Maryland, as the Milwaukee Bucks lead the Baltimore Bullets by a score of 87-74.
Now, thanks to AOL, you can have all the speed you need.
And the team that had the best one-loss record in the NBA, the best field goal percentage, they're hitting at a 60% clip. Baltimore at one time was 29%. They've improved. They're up, pardon me, to 42. Here is Wes Unseld, University of Louisville graduate. He has 19 rebounds in this game. Minute 40 to go in the third quarter. Thus far, the Milwaukee Bucks have earned, as a team, $122,000 in the playoffs and in the season. If they win tonight, they get another $90,000, which will bring the total to $212,000 and about $16,000 for each player.
You know, Chris, that's a total of $700,000 in this year's pool. I think 5 years ago, my last year, it was like $200,000. So that's how this league has gone up in the last 5 years.
That was John Tresvant putting that in. And now the Milwaukee lead cut to 11 as we look at Lucius Allen. Oscar Robertson is on the bench as John McLaughlin is the other backcourt man. Bounce to Dandridge. Traveling. The 13th Milwaukee turnover. So setting the lineups again. Lockery and Monroe in the backcourt. Tresvant and Carter, the forwards. Carter in at the forward. The center is Gus Johnson, number 25. Shooting long range. Tresvant trying for the rebound, but in comes Big Lou.
All Gene's trying to do with that strategy is have Lou guard Gus and get Gus to pull Alcindor out. But it was Alcindor that got the rebound after the missed shot.
That is Lou Alcindor.
20 points now for Alcindor, 89-76. About a half minute remaining in the third quarter. Allen with a steal. Whoops. So another Milwaukee turnover as McCoy McLemore gets ready to come in. And Greg Smith is out. There's McLemore, number 35. And Dick Cunningham in the lineup for the first time, and Alcindor gets a breather. And the partisan Baltimore fans applause for a tremendous athlete. And an intentional foul by McLaughlin on Lockery. McLaughlin second. And you know, Gene Shue has done a tremendous job with the Baltimore Bullets. In 7 games, winning over Philadelphia, extended after being down 2-0 against the Knicks, dethroning the world champions, and he deserves a tremendous pat on the back. McLemore knocked away. Lockery has it long to Monroe. Behind. Oh! It nearly was spectacular.
I tell you, that play would have normally been a cake of soap for Gus Johnson. Here it is again. Watch Gus. Earl Monroe behind the back. Gus just can't get the spring on those knees.
Is the other forward. So we have Oscar Robertson on the bench. 91-77. You just joined us at the end of the first quarter. Milwaukee led 31-22 at halftime, 60-47. The end of 3, 89-77. Carter, Alcindor, saved by Bob Dandridge. McLaughlin, McLemore, McLaughlin, and Allen. Allen, Dandridge. And foul by Tresvant. His third. So the fellow that saved at the baseline, and we thought we had lost him, he went practically into the crowd, Bob Dandridge, drew a foul at the opposite end of the court.
One shot.
Bob gets it again from Allen. Baltimore's ball. Now the Bucks are a minute closer. 11 to go. 91-77. Kevin Lockery, Jack Marin around an unsold screen. Over to Lockery. 91-79.
You know, you have to say, Chris, that the Bucks are disorganized to some extent out there without Robertson in that backcourt. They rely on him so much that when he's out of there, they're running around. They're not as organized as they normally would be.
You know, Larry Costello agrees with you because he's sending Oscar in. Oscar will have to wait. Gene Shue, meanwhile, has Gus Johnson ready as Lockery drives on Allen. Has it knocked away by McLaughlin. And now number 1 for Milwaukee. Robertson, number 25 for Baltimore. Gus Johnson. Tresvant is out. McLaughlin leaves the Milwaukee lineup. Carter looking for a shot. Dandridge on the rebound. To Robertson to Allen. Tough one. It's Carter to Lockery. Lockery. 93-81. Lockery with 15 points. Robertson guarded by Jack Marin. Alcindor. Oh. 24 points. (95-81). 9.5 to go. So Lockery takes up the scoring slack for the Bullets. 17 points. 95-83. Lucius Allen to Coy McLemore. Unseld trying to defense Alcindor. Dandridge guarded by Gus Johnson. Robertson to Allen. And Marin tries. Gus Johnson to Carter. Carter to Lockery. Back to Johnson. Off balance. Out Dandridge for Milwaukee. Back outside to Robertson. McLemore under to Dandridge, guarded by Unseld. Nevertheless, 97-83. 8.5 to go.
I think now you'll see Milwaukee start to sit on the ball a little bit. They'll start to play it a little cozy, chewing up the clock, and protect that lead that they have.
Unseld. 97-85.
You know, Chris, there will be a most valuable player pick of this championship series, and it's not an easy pick. Everything has been talking about Alcindor, but we've seen the influence of Oscar Robertson. So I think the folks at home should start thinking about their most valuable player, and it'll be very interesting to see who winds up the MVP of this series.
Wes Unseld drawing his 4th foul as McLemore leaves the lineup. Greg Smith, number 4, is in for Milwaukee. Alcindor, 25 points, 11 rebounds. Kevin Lockery, very slow, waiting for Unseld to set up a screen on Robertson. Lockery tapped away by Allen. Robertson controlling it. Look at that lead pass to Dandridge. Robertson, he must have 4 or 5 eyes.
Well, see, he comes across, Chris, as he did on that play, drawing the defense to him, pulling 2 men to his side of the court, opening it up for Bob Dandridge.
100-85. This is Carter. Lucius Allen passing it to Smith. Good. 102-85. In the regular season, Milwaukee averaged 119. Baltimore 118. Unseld. Marin. Alcindor covering the loose ball. Robertson again to Dandridge. Unseld trying to knock it away. And it's the 5th foul on Wes Unseld. Loose ball foul, and getting the brunt of that physical contact, Greg Smith. John Tresman and Gary Zeller, number 11, move into the Baltimore lineup. And leaving, Gus Johnson and Carter. On the clock, 6:49 to go. Milwaukee 102, the Bullets 85. Alcindor. We have a jump ball, the first of the game, other than the start of it and the beginning of the quarters. It's going to be Marin and Alcindor. Zeller and Robertson diving for it. Lockery has it. Driving up, Marin. Jack Marin, 102 to 87. Now 6.5 minutes left in the fourth game in the best of 7. Zeller. Allen charging.
Once again, Larry Costello going with Lucius Allen and Oscar Robertson in the backcourt at the same time. There's two best ball handlers, and Baltimore now has to come out and apply the pressure, and Costello has two good ball handlers, and Allen and Robertson back there.
This is Wes Unseld feeding Zeller. Hey! 102 to 89. There's Greg Smith. 6 minutes to go in the game. Dandridge back out to Smith, to Robertson. Allen.
You notice how they spread out on offense so that Baltimore cannot double team the man with the ball. They spread out to the furthest corner.
It's a timeout with the Bucks leading the Bullets 104 to 89 at the Civic Center in Baltimore, Maryland. And at Civic Center in Baltimore, Maryland, Gene Shue trying to get a last effort out of the very tired and crippled Baltimore Bullets. There you see Skip Feldman, the trainer. Wes Unseld now be playing the last 5 minutes and 50 seconds with 5 personal fouls. Talking about field goal shooting, Alcindor is 10 of 16. Oscar is 10 of 13. Dandridge is 9 of 14. Sounds like Twyman percentages.
No, not quite. There's Wes Unseld, and you can't say enough about him, Chris. He has done a great job during this whole playoff series against Philadelphia, New York, and against Milwaukee. And he's a great competitor and will be around for a long time in this league.
Kevin Lockery guarded by Oscar Robertson. Look at Oscar get those hands in as Unseld gets a hook shot. Short, Tresman faking. Good! 104 to 91. Greg Smith with 5.5 minutes on the clock. Robertson. 40-some feet away, driving closer. Smith. Ready. 106 to 91. Unseld to John Tresman. Now to Lockery. Robertson picks him up. Into Unseld. Blocked by guess who? And the battle goes on in the corner. A jump ball. And Dandridge thought that was a bad call. You know, after a long season, we salute the chief of the officials, the NBA, Mendy Rudolph, and his colleagues that we've watched do remarkable things. You know, they travel too and work hard.
Any game that Mendy's in, he's got complete control, and he's a real good official, and he's in control of this game.
Bob Dandridge, number 10. Now Lucius Allen. Robertson. Boy. 108 to 91. 30 points for the Big O. Gary Zeller. Greg Smith. Robertson to Dandridge. Unseld. Tresman intimidated and missing it as a result by Alcindor. 108 to 91. Four minutes on the clock. Marin. (108-93). Alcindor, Smith. Whistles.
Greg Smith. The foul on Jack Marin.
This is a great give and go. Watch how Alcindor hits Greg Smith. Greg got the jump on Jack Marin, and Alcindor hit him perfectly. That's the point I was trying to say. There's a lot of movement on this Milwaukee Ball Club without the ball, and that's why. They know that if they get open, they're going to get it from Alcindor.
Going to the line is Greg Smith. Rebound by Unsel, always trying. This is Gary Zeller, who's not having the greatest touch tonight. And Bob Boozer now comes into the lineup. There's Boozer, been with 4 different NBA clubs, but has been a great asset to the Bucks. Here's John Tresvant trying to get away. Unseld out to Fred Carter. 110-95, 22 points for Carter. Bob Boozer. Guarded by Carter into Lou Alcindor. Bob Boozer. He was caught by Mindy Rudolph.
A foul is on Bob Boozer, number 20. That is his
Don't forget Wide World of Sports tomorrow. Live and in color from Terre Haute, the National Sprint Car Championships. All the great drivers. And then an interview, Howard Cosell with Hank Aaron, who hit his 600th home run this week. And you'll see films of that historic home run for the Atlanta Brave, who helped bring a world championship to Milwaukee when that team was in Milwaukee. And so tonight, little Gemütlichkeit in Milwaukee, no doubt, but still have 2 minutes and 54 seconds left. The moment, a timeout at Civic Center with 2:54 remaining. The score, Milwaukee 110, Baltimore 95. We'll be back for the final minutes of this NBA contest in just a minute. Series. These are the comparative statistics for this game that has 2 minutes and 54 seconds remaining. 110-95. Milwaukee going into the preliminary playoff series. 4-1 over San Francisco. 4-1 over Los Angeles, 3-0 over the Bullets coming in here as we look at the Big O. And if they win this one tonight, the World Championship for Lou Alcindor, number 33, and the Bucks.
3 to make 2.
3 years in the NBA. 2 years for Lou Alcindor.
You think that has anything to do with it, Chris?
I would think so. Tresvant going up to the rebound, and he is charged with the foul. And Lou Alcindor goes to the bench, hands up in the air. His teammates are up, shaking his hand. The Big O comes over, as does Lucius Allen. And one of the few times you see Lou smile, but he had a big one right there. Lou Alcindor, 112-95, 2:42 to go.
I'll tell you, Oscar is so excited out there, he doesn't know what to do with himself. He's been waiting for this for about 11 years, and he went over and grabbed Alcindor. He's got a smile from ear to ear out there.
Of course, he had great success as a high school player at Crispus Attucks in Indianapolis. What a player he was then. And, of course, you saw him at Cincinnati University, and then you got a chance to play with him. Alcindor, incidentally, 27 points and 12 rebounds. And Oscar, an intentional foul on Kevin Lockery. Bob Grecian, number 18, gets into the lineup for the first time tonight. And let's see, who did he replace? Oh, Bob Dandridge. And boy, will these Milwaukee Bucks celebrate in Baltimore tonight to head home to Milwaukee tomorrow morning, and that'll happen then too, I'm sure. I'm sure enjoying a great performance of Alcindor, someone like Bill Russell, who was involved in 11 championships in 13 years, Jack, and I know he can feel for a big center, a fine defensive and offensive player. Tonight, Wes Unseld had 23 rebounds and 11 points. 2.5 minutes to go. That's Gary Zeller and Lucius Allen. Robertson to Dick Cunningham. Bob Gratian losing the ball to Zeller, who tries to get it off. And the foul is called. Dory Murray coming into the lineup for Baltimore, and Larry Costello on the left. 12 years as a player with Syracuse and Philadelphia. He's done a molding job because he has super individuals, and it takes a fine coach to bring them together as a cohesive unit.
Well, I tell you, nobody works harder than Larry Costello. He watches those films all day long. He's constantly making notes, and he really works at it. There's a great hand for a great ball player. Everybody on Milwaukee congratulating him, and the people in Baltimore are showing him what they think of him.
Wes Unseld, disappointed. Coming up to the 2-minute mark, Gary Zeller on Lucius Allen. Dory Murray getting the rebound for Baltimore. All the Baltimore fans standing now. It's 113 to 90, or rather to a 100. Bob Grecian over Murray. Murray knocks it out of bounds. Jack Twyman now making his way to the Milwaukee Bucks dressing room. And with only 1 minute and 48 seconds remaining here at Civic Center, the score, the Milwaukee Bucks 113, the Baltimore Bullets 100. The Big O. Milwaukee leading 113 to 100 with 1 minute and 48 seconds remaining. And I wouldn't be surprised after the victory that Jack Twyman will do some interviews in the locker room. I wouldn't be surprised if his friend, the Big O, might douse him. We'll wait and see. Too much time out of bounds with the ball. The 21st Milwaukee turnover. Carter, 113 to 102, and for Carter it's 26 points tonight. So on its 11-point lead with 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the game. Oscar Robertson still directing his teammates, bouncing to Lucius Allen. Allen fading away now. Cross court to Roy McLemore. Over to Dick Cunningham as reserves, getting an opportunity to play, and Oscar tries one from 35 to McLemore, who changed his mind about shooting, gives it back out to his leader, Robertson, into Bob Boozer. Guarded by Dory Murray, number 40 of Baltimore. Bob Boozer. Okay. 115 to 102. 60 seconds away from a Milwaukee championship as Carter adds 2. 28 points for Carter. Double teaming now by Tresvant and Carter on McLemore. Tresvant gets the foul. He has 5 fouls. On the Baltimore bench, Gus Johnson, along with Jack Marin, Wes Unseld, and Earl Monroe. And in 3 of the 4, they went far and above beyond the call of duty, really, with the injuries that they had sustained earlier. They are something. Dick Cunningham. This is Oscar Robertson. I've just received word that Sport Magazine has awarded the NBA Playoff Award Most Valuable Player to Lou Alcindor. It's a shame they didn't have 2 to give number 1 one. Bob Boozer. George Johnson. Long to Gary Zeller. 25 seconds left in the game. And off the ball is McLemore to Oscar Robertson. Looking around, and he wants a timeout with 18 seconds left on the clock. Only 18 seconds remaining in this final game of a hectic NBA season at Civic Center, with Milwaukee leading Baltimore 116 to 104. The Big O, 30 points, 11 of 15 from the field, 8 of 9 from the foul line, plus 9 assists. Well, he gets to enjoy the final 18 seconds on the bench. We have the reserves out for the Milwaukee Bucks. Lots of them. McLemore, he gets 2. So for Baltimore, it's Trezvant, George Johnson, Gary Zeller, Fred Carter, and Dory Murray. 5 seconds to go. Zeller on the rebound, 118 to 106, and the Milwaukee Bucks are the champions. 118 to 106. And let's go into the Milwaukee dressing room, and here is Jack Twyman.
Okay, thank you very much, Chris. I'm in the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm so excited myself. These guys are going crazy in here. Wes Pavilon, the chairman of the board of the Milwaukee Bucks, Ray Patterson, the president. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you, Jack. Thanks, Jack.
And Walter Kennedy, the commissioner of the NBA. Walter, it was a great championship.
Well, of course, Milwaukee has had a tremendous team all season. I think it's only fitting under the circumstances that they should finish one of the greatest seasons any NBA team has ever had in winning the NBA championship.
There's the Big O! Oscar, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, Jack.
Big win for you. What do you feel? Is this better than the days that you see?
Oh, this is great. It's great, Jack. Finally got it.
This is 11 years in coming, right?
A long time, Jack.
How do you feel?
Oh, I feel wonderful, Jack. Great victory. Had a great team game.
What about this team, Oscar? Is this a great ball club?
I think we're coming, Jack. First year I'm with the club. I think we're going to lose. Has to get much better. Great guy. Big fella.
Hey, Luke.
Big fella.
Luke, congratulations. Oscar just paid you a great compliment. You had a great series. Congratulations. He was a big help. He was a big help.
Listen, Oscar played a hell of a game today.
How about yourself? You played a great game. Congratulations on the MVP.
Thank you very much.
How about the way Oscar put this ball club together? Don't you think that the addition of Robertson at the last year put a great ball club together?
Well, in this last game, we weren't all together today. We were missing some of our offensive players. He just came right in, made the big play, got the rebound, put the ball in the hoop, made 3-point plays. He did everything.
Well, you had a great series. Oscar, this ball club has just about everything, doesn't it?
Well, we hope to get there, Jack. We're still improving. We're a young club except for myself and Boozer, but, we hope to be much better next season.